So if you could be on page 246, we will talk for a second about what this means. Okay. So, solving a triangle means you tell me all the sides and all the angles, which means you're going to use, you have sine, cosine, tangent, and Pythagoras all available to you. Since there are all four of them available to you every time, there is no right way or order to do this. You just have to find all of them. So you can work in any order, which for some reason causes kids problems. We give you choices, you can do anything you want, and then everyone's like, how do I do it? There's no right way as long as you get the answers. But there is a right method, and the method is the same as every other trig question you will ever do. Always start with, if you have it, a theta. Do we have one? What is it? So once we have 65 settled, now we do everything from this point. So here I am at 65. I'm not going to bother with my gray hair. There I am. So what is that 41? I have an opposite of 41, right? Now, what is this side right here? What should I name it? No, that's what it is to 41. What should I name it? I would call it little c. And I would call this little b. Because then my adjacent is little c and my hypotenuse is little b. Now I have O, A, O, H. What logically should I do? I have an O and I have a theta. I could do sine, or I have an O and a theta, so I could also do tan. Your choice. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Okay? So, which do you wish to do first? We're going to do tan? Okay. So that means tan of 65 equals O over A, which is tan of 65 is 41 over little c. So little c equals 41 divided by tan 65. So then, logically, we have O and H. That is sine of 65 equals 41 over little b. So little b equals 41 divided by sine 65. Now I have A, B, and C. What's the only thing missing? I need all the sides and all the angles. What's the only thing missing? Angle C. Angle C always equals 90 minus 65. Because how many degrees are in a triangle? People know this? 180. That's 90 of them. So the other two angles have to share 90 degrees. Well, 65 of it is right there, so all that's left is 25 for C. Everybody cool? Now, normally in a regular class, I give the kids a whole page of work on this. Do you feel you need it? It's just doing trig. Just got to do it twice per triangle. If you want to do some of this for practice, go ahead and do some. I'll put the whole key up by the end of this block. You can check your work. If you do a few from each, that's cool. When you turn the page over to 247, we're not doing that. This, number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, up to number 20 is all trig work, but you will notice what is missing. What? There's no pictures. So we're going to do a bunch of them right now, and then I'm going to leave it over to you. Okay? So let's look at this first one. The first thing to do trig, what do we need? We need a triangle, right? Is this art class? Does the triangle have to look like a soccer field in a school? Of course not. The soccer field is where? On the ground, in the sky, standing straight up and down. Where is it? On the ground. Boom. The school, where's the wall of the school? Up. Done. There's your triangle. Doesn't have to be pretty. How tall is how far away is Ike from the school? 42. Where does the 42 go? There or there? 42. The angle of elevation is 30. Where is the angle of elevation? Is it X or is it Y? It is X. So that is 30. And once you have the drawing, you should be able to do the question, right? Because we would write out theta equals 30, adjacent equals 42, and I want how tall is the school? Right there. Opposite equals X. We're not going to do that together because that part you already know how to do. I'm going to leave that for you. We're going to practice the drawings together now. Everybody cool? All right. Let's look at the next one. Abby is flying in an airplane at 2,500 feet. Okay, where do airplanes live? Up in the sky. There's the airplane. We'll make the airplane fly the other way. There's the airplane. How far is it in the sky? 2,500 feet. So the triangle goes straight down to the ground, 2,500. How far away is the town of Mission? Where is the town of Mission? On the ground or up in the sky? On the ground. So there is my triangle, right? Now this one's tricky. How far away horizontally? What does horizontally mean? Up and down, flat, or diagonal? Flat. So this is what I need to find, correct? But this is tricky because Abby has an angle of depression of 15. This is exactly like the example I gave you. Where are Abby's eyes looking if she is flying this plane? Straight away from the plane, yes? So where is the angle of depression? Is it A, B, C, or D? No. It is B because it is between the horizontal and down. That is exactly what we did in our example. Now, stop for a second. If that's B, and that's the angle of depression, I could use this pink triangle because what would this be over here? 2,500. Or I can remember that an angle of depression is the same as the angle of elevation on the ground. So we know this is 15, but we also know this is 15. And now I have a theta of 15. What is this 2,500? Opposite equals 2,500. And what do I need? Adjacent equals X. And I'm going to leave it there. Everybody cool? You're going to work this out. A road rises 1 meter for every 19 meters measured along the road. If the road is rising, how do we draw that? Do I draw it like this? Do I draw it like this? or do I draw it like that? Bright pink, dark pink, blue. Blue, excellent. So the road has to be going like that, yes? The road rises 1 meter. Well, we need to make a triangle. Where's the 1 go? Which of these is rise, vertical or horizontal? So there's a 1. For every 19 meters measured along the road, where is the road? Is it the diagonal one or the flat one? It's the diagonal one because the road is rising. So this is 19, yes? Everybody cool? I want to know how far does a car travel horizontally when it travels 300 meters along the road. So this is the triangle I have, but this is the triangle that I am working with. I'm going 300 kilometers along the road. 300 meters. Right? Now, what do I know about this angle and this angle? They are going to be the same, aren't they? So, I can find this angle, can't I? How? My theta is unknown. What do I know in this triangle? Opposite is 1 and hypotenuse is 19. How do I find an angle? Regular sine or shift sine? So if I shift sine for theta there, is it going to be the same here? Yep. So my theta over here is still x, because it's going to be the same thing once I know it. And then over here, I have a hypotenuse of 300. I need the horizontal distance. Is that this one or that one? Which is horizontal? It's this one. So this is what I don't know. That is adjacent. So once I know theta from this little triangle, I then can use trig on the bigger triangle. Everybody cool? Okay. These two have drawings. So I'm going to leave you to do 12, but I want to take a moment with 13. Please notice if I know one angle and one side, I can do trig. If I know two sides, I can do trig. I cannot do trig if I only know angles. So this question says, find MN. There is MN, correct? That is part of this green triangle, yes? I only know one angle. I need more info there, don't I? Well, fortunately, I have this other pink triangle over here. Now, this is tricky because on the green triangle, what is that? A leg or an hypotenuse? On the green triangle, it's a hypotenuse. What is it on the pink triangle? A leg. It's going to be adjacent to 33, isn't it? Everybody good? That's the trick there. And then the rest of these, the next two have drawings. Number 15 is particularly spooky. Let's look at 16. A tower is supported by two guy wires. Guy wires are not wires that are men. You know those cell phone towers and things like that have the cables coming off them? That's a guy wire. It holds it up in case it's windy and crap. Okay? So a tower has 2 guy wires. How do I draw a tower? Is this art class? Do I have to get out my gray pencil crayon so it looks like metal and draw it all nice and perfect? Do I have to do that? No. Tower. Done. The wires are anchored at the same point on the ground, 8 meters from the tower. Where is the ground? Right there. There's 2 wires that come from right there, 8 meters away. The angle of inclination of the longer wire is 56. Which is longer? The wire that goes to the up, to the top, or the wire that goes partially up to the top? Where is the longer wire going to be? All the way to the top. So that one to the top is 56. Right? The shorter one is 32. Now, if that's 32 and that's 56, that's what it looks like in real life, doesn't it? Everyone agree? 2 wires from the same point up to the tower. But that's yucky to work with, isn't it? Do I have to draw real life to find answers? Could I also do this? 8, 32. Would that be okay? Because the question is, I want to know how much wire I got to buy. So if I find that red hypotenuse and that blue hypotenuse and add them together, am I okay? Everybody understand? You don't need to draw what is actually happening to find the answers. 17. So you guys should try to draw this on your own. So let's read that through, talk about what's important. Who's involved here? Peeping Tom. Naughty, dirty, ugh. Peeping Tom. Who else is involved here? Sandra and Elizabeth. So let's figure out where these people are. Peeping Tom is on the 13th floor of his apartment building. How do I draw an apartment building? Straight up and down. Where's Peeping Tom? Read the question. 13th floor. There's Peeping Tom. How far is he off the ground? 130 feet. So this distance right here is 130. Yeah? He looks across the building, across the street. He sees Sandra on the ground floor. So let's draw a building across the street. Where's Sandra? On the ground. So there's Sandra. At an angle of depression. So, what direction does Tom look originally before he sees Sandra? Straight across. There's Tom, yes? Then he sees Sandra. So where do his eyes go? Down. Where is the angle of depression? Is it yellow or blue? Yellow. Good. So this is 40. Now, if this is 130, what's that? 130. Good. Now, Sandra is not doing anything interesting. So Tom brings his eyes back up here, and what does he notice? He notices Elizabeth at an angle of inclination. Is Elizabeth higher or lower than Tom? Higher. So Elizabeth's up here. And that is how big? 10. I want to know how far Sandra is to Elizabeth. You already know half of that answer, so you got to find the rest of it. Right? 18 has a picture. 19 is almost the exact same question as 17, so you've already seen a picture for that. And number 20, you should be able to draw yourself. It is 12:42. You are here for 40 more minutes. This, up to number 20, is what I would expect to be done by the time you leave today. All right? To keep on track. All right? I am going to cut you a break. I wanted to give you your Trig review as homework tonight, but I'm not going to do so. We are going to do the Trig review tomorrow in first block. Monday. You all know I mean Monday. God, that joke was funny when you were like in grade 3. Let it go. Every teacher says tomorrow on Friday. And on Monday, I'm going to say yesterday. And all of you are going to go, I didn't do any Trig on Sunday, Mr. Myers. And it won't be funny then either. You're all teenagers. The joke isn't funny anymore. You know what? Here's a funny one. I like you guys so much, take the next 2 days off. With pay. At the end of this course on July 26th, you take the next month off. There. Any other jokes about days that we want to get out of our way now? Okay. Monday, just for that, you are doing your Trig assignment over the weekend. I'm just kidding. Monday, first block, we'll do the Trig review. If you want to get a head start, obviously, it's the next thing in your book that says Trig review. We're marking it at the end of first block on Monday, 2 days from now. It will take about half an hour to mark. Well, 20 minutes to mark. First block ends at 9:15, which means you have 50 minutes Monday. Do enough of this that you can get it done in 50 minutes. All right? Everybody cool? Now, what I'm going to do while you are working right now, you can come up to me and ask questions. I'm going to add to this video the solution to all these drawings we just did. I'm not going to do it out loud, and I'm going to shut off the screen so you can practice. You want to make sure you're doing it right, you watch the video later. Got it? If you need help and I look busy, am I busy? No, because I'm here to help you. I'm doing this key so it can help you over the weekend if you want to. It'll take me 5-10 minutes to do it, but I can pause it and help you. Don't not come up because you think I'm... Comfy there, brother? Just checking. Don't not come up because you think I'm busy. Okay? Go. Turn off. Yep. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, when I do this key, I'm not going to do the right answer. I'm just going to do like 21 times tan 65 or whatever, because everybody's calculator is different, right? That's good enough. Then I can get it done faster and I'm able to help you. Okay? Okay, go. Actually, I'm pretty fast. I'll put the actual answers too. Yeah. Yep.